Inside this bag is the most versatile items I bring on my travel adventures. There's never been a time in my life where I have regretted bringing a towel with me on my travel adventures. However, I have several times where I have regretted not having a towel with me on my travel adventures. And now I've bought several towels. I've tried them out throughout the last year, so you don't have to. And I'm going to show you everything from the smallest to the largest, tell you about the good, the bad, the pros, and the cons, so that you can figure out what towel you want to bring on your next travel adventure. One time I was at an Airbnb. I got there late at night. I unpacked. I went to go to the bathroom and clean up, and there were no towels, not one washcloth, nothing. I called the owner. He's like, the cleaning people must have forgotten to bring them. I'll have them bring them tomorrow. Well, that didn't do me a lot of good at night, and I had nothing with me. And I ended up using a lot of toilet paper to try to clean up and wash off, and it was just a mess and horrible. And then one time I was in Dallas Love Field, and there was a terrible storm, and the airport was shut down, and everything coming in and out of the airport was shut down. And I had to stay overnight in the airport. And boy, at that time, I learned a lesson, and I did have a little towel with me and a handkerchief, so that saved me. But now let's go through all the towels that I have and which ones I bring with me on my travel adventures and let you know what the good and the bad, the pros and the cons of these towels are, so you can make a good decision on bringing a towel on your next travel adventure. I'm going to start off with the smallest towel that I always pack on my travel adventures, which is something like this. This is actually a towel that they don't make any longer, but I have one similar right here that's made from basically the same material. I just cut this down smaller because for a washcloth, I really don't need anything to wash my face bigger than this. And then I also have this one because when I wash my face, my body, I like to have two different towels. I don't like to use what's on my body on my face. So these are two that I bring along with me all the time so that I have something to clean up with. And of course, these aren't like the terry towels that you'd have in your house. These are basically for backpacking and things like that. But they make great little towels to have with you, and they don't take up much space, and they can save you when you really need it. So I'm going to start off today with going from these towels that are this type of material, going all the way up to something like this, which is a really good like terry towel. So let's get started. First two towels I'm going to show you are these right here. And they're made very much from the same material as these washcloths. So again, they're not going to be something that you feel like you're toweling off with a terry towel, but when you need a towel, whether you're working out of the gym, taking a yoga class, or in an emergency, you don't have a towel, these will do the trick. We used this one once when I was out hiking and someone forgot their hat and their hair was soaking wet at the end of the hike. This was in my backpack and able to get their hair dried off and everything. And so we could continue on driving home without dripping hair. And this is why I always carry a towel with me. People think I'm crazy, but it came in handy today. These are great for packing for most of my travel adventures. I'll bring one of these with me. As you can see, the two of these towels are almost identical in feel and weight, but the cost is much different. This is the budget-friendly one, and this one is going to be more expensive. They are the same size and about the same material, so watch these when you're shopping for your favorite towel. Another towel that's similar to the last two I showed you is this one. Now this one is thicker and it's also larger. This is, I believe, 62 inches. So this is going to be a much larger towel. So if you're someone who wants something a little bit larger and a little bit more absorbent, this will do the trick. But as you can see, it doesn't fold up quite as small as the other towels. So if you're someone who's really wanting to pack light and not have they don't have a lot of room in your suitcase, might be something you want to possibly not take. But if you need something a little thicker and you maybe even want to put it on the floor to do a workout or lay it on a beach chair and still have a little bit of absorbency, this one works great. This brown towel is thicker than this and has more absorbency and is a bit larger. So if you want a larger towel with more absorbency but still try to keep a fairly small footprint, this is a great choice. These next two towels are nice if you want to go to the beach. Now, they're not going to be that absorbent towel that you dry off with, although you could. It's just not going to have as much absorbing power because these are made from recycled plastic bottles. So they have a little bit of that suede feel. They're just not quite as absorbent. And that's because you're going to be able to use these to shake sand off of. And it's also a great towel that if you know you're going to be on a picnic or out and about, the weather's not great or something, these are great to set down on the ground to help protect you a little bit from any moisture. But then again, sand just shakes right off of it. So when I'm shaking this off and I put this back in my bag, I'm not going to have a lot of sand going back into my bag with this. And I've also used these to, again, lay out on the floor if I want to do yoga or work out. And if it's been a little windy out, these are a great wind blocker towel because of the plastic recycled bottles that they're made out of. They actually, do breathe, but they make a great little wind blocker towel if you're out and about. Of course, these all come in a variety of colors. And these are one of the things I take with me when I'm going to the beach in the summer. All right, we're going to do an absorbency test here with these two sand towels. And so you can see that they do actually absorb water. They actually do dry really quickly, which is nice. So if you needed to dry off with something like this is a great towel to take along with you. Again, these are made out of recycled plastic bottles, and that's another reason why I love this. And this one, of course, again, it has the design on each side is a different design. So it's really nice because you feel like you get two towels in one. Next set of towels are towels that are actually 100% cotton, so they're going to be absorbent. The difference is the thickness of the material and the kind of terry absorbency of the material. I have a couple right here, and as you can see, they're a little bit thinner than something like these right here. And these are going to be more of that terry material. These are more of a cotton, almost I would say like a thick dishcloth or dishcloth if you were drying your dishes kind of material. But what I love about these is they pack up smaller and they also are pretty absorbent, and I can use them like for a summer trip if I just need something light on me, whether I'm traveling on the plane or I'm at my Airbnb and I just want something a little light on me because I'm sitting on the balcony or something like that. These work great. These come in a variety of different colors. There's a lot of colors to choose from. Of course, yellow, my favorite color, is one of my favorites here, and a pretty good size. So again, if I wanted to lay it down on the floor and do a workout, or if I needed to use it for showering and drying off, this works well. Also, if I am cleaning my clothing by hand in the shower or in a sink at wherever I'm staying, whether it's hotel or Airbnb, I can still use this to lay my clothes in, put it all up in there and twist and wring it dry to get my clothing dry. And these dry pretty quickly. They are cotton, but because of the thin material, these dry nice and quick. These two towels are identical in feel and weight, but as you can see, there's a price difference. And that's why I bought them. Is I wanted to check to see if one was a little thicker, but this one was cheaper and this one was not. So if I had a choice, I would pick the cheaper one because these are exactly the same material and weight. These next set of towels are thicker than the other two. And what I love about these is they are thicker and they have a little bit more substance and texture to the towel. So if it's winter and I'm traveling, I will probably bring this on the plane with me because I can wrap it around like a scarf. I can also roll it up and use it as a pillow against the wall. I can also put it on my lap to help keep warm. And when I'm at my destination, I can use it if I'm sitting again out on the balcony or in my bed and I'm reading or crocheting or something. This will keep me a little bit warmer. And I've actually had it where I was at someone's house and I was sleeping and I got cold in the middle of the night. There wasn't another blanket to throw on. Just by throwing this over the bed gave me that little bit of extra layer to help keep me a little bit warmer. So another great thing to have is something like this that's a little bit thicker. It has the absorbency of like a regular terry towel, but not quite the thickness. And these are something that I generally carry, especially in the winter or someplace where I know that we're going to be sharing a lot of bathroom and towel space or something. And this means I have my own towel. For example, if all the towels are white and you don't know whose towel is whose, I always know that this is my towel. As you can see, these two towels are the thickest and more like a regular bath towel. However, this towel has a little bit more waffle to it, so it's going to be a little bit more absorbent and a little bit thicker than this towel. However, this towel is less than half the price of this towel. So, depending on what you want, this is just a tiny bit thicker, a little bit waffle, so it's a little bit more absorbent. Or if you think that this will do fine for you, this works great. I'm going to flip these over and show you that they do have a little bit of a texture difference on the opposite side. So even though they are really great towels, this one is the most absorbent. So if you're looking for a real towel, this is the one. If you're looking for something a little bit cheaper, this is the one. Right, as promised, I wanted to show you the towels I take on every trip. This is that larger towel that can be used, like you said, going to the gym or laying on a yoga mat. It's like not a huge bath towel, but I have used it to actually dry off with before, so that fits into this little bag. This little bag is plastic, as you can see, so if something's a little bit wet, it's just going to keep it drier so that I don't have any sort of leakage in my, if something's really wet, it won't leak. And then in this little zipper pocket, this is the face towel that I showed you earlier, so I'll put that in here as well. And then this is the actual smaller face towel. I wash my face and my body with two different towels because I just don't like to use the same towel if I'm washing like my feet or something like that on my face. And I'll put those right in here. And that way, again, if they're just a little bit wet, it's going to be able to keep them dry. And this little pack here, it's so small. It's just good peace of mind to know that I always have something to clean up with if I have to, and takes up very little room. So this is my go-to every time I travel. So do you bring a towel with you when you travel? I want to know in the comments below. Let me know if you bring a towel, what kind of towel you bring, and have there ever been times where you have regretted bringing a towel with you? As usual, I'll put links to all the towels that I've shown you down in the video description, and I will pin it in the comments so you can go and find your favorite towel for your next travel adventure. If you like this video, I think you're really going to like this one. And remember to juice life, drink the joy, keep life simple. Don't forget to pack the most versatile item for your travel adventures. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.